Hello, oh, hello, hello, buddy. Super sorry for that. And yeah, welcome back everyone to the stream. Welcome back, hopefully you're all doing well. Yeah. Hopefully you can hear me nice and sound nice and, yeah, nice and clear. I do not know what's happening to my microphone. Or my headset actually. Yeah, it probably is that end then. As anyways, yeah, on board with Bowen. Yeah, the Mercedes driver. He's doing pretty decent at the moment. And yeah, hopefully he's gonna be cooking today, hopefully, I say that. And you can see the drivers, got all 19. Let me just quickly, I don't want to check actually. Because otherwise that'd be a bit of a bad idea, trying to check where they are. But yeah, at the moment, Bowen in his Mercedes, I was about to say McLaren, but Mercedes, they, no, I feel like that ruins it. Let me quickly try and move them down a bit. Okay, I don't think I can move it any more down, but yeah, here's the drivers. At the moment, Thunder Jacobs in that Mercedes lovely livery is honestly, he's cooking today. I don't know what he's got in him. Maybe he's got a monster in him, maybe he's got some caffeine in him. Who knows, you know? As he's set the first personal best sector 1 at 37.3. Sector 2 is looking pretty decent. And yeah, this Mercedes is honestly rocking rapidly. And yeah, Sander Jacobs coming home to cross the line. His first lap will be a 35.744. So not looking too bad from Sander Jacobs in the, one of the Mercedes, and Matthias behind him, on board with him. There he is. Doing a decent job indeed, as yeah, he knows what he's doing. And honestly, let him cook. As in, there you go, Sander Jacobs taking a fast lap. As way too delayed at the moment. The Porsche driver takes P3 shortly. Not that far off does the Porsche driver. He says a 4 minute.9. If I can, yeah, there you go. It shows it below. Or I could just show it like that, which would definitely be a lot easier. At the moment we do not need the gaps because it is qualifying. So you can see David, he's doing his best at the moment in P5 for 4:09.46, so not too shabby from him. Bowen in 7th. And yeah, he's looking pretty strong. Then you got Darcius in the Lexus. He's currently just outside of the top 5, but within the top 10. So looking nice and clean and pretty rapid from this only Lexus within the... Oh, actually, with the first Lexus within the top 10. As Nicholas. I do not know where Nicholas is going, but hopefully he's doing alright. As for UK or Burgic, he went way off track, lost his car. He's currently in P18, which is very unlucky from him. Do not know where he's going or what he is. Yeah, I know he's going places, but yeah, this BMW is going to be cooking hopefully today. As Hunter is in P17 at the moment. He hasn't got a lap time on the board at the moment, but yeah, we never know. Darren in the McLaren. You can just see how much... Yeah, as in Sander Jacobs. Once again, the man, the myth, the mighty legend improves to a 3:35.6. That is just incredible. Can anyone beat his lap time? I don't think so. Matthias Harris is going way too slow. But then the Porsche goes good enough for P4. And yeah, that was a very unlucky moment there from the Porsche. He probably could have potentially took P1. David up to line. Where is David gonna go? Does he look to improve? He does not look to improve. Stays where he is at the moment. Nicholas in that BMW, the Beamer or the Beamer in P9 at the moment. He's got 24 virtual, dropping down to 10th with 23 virtual energy left with him. What can this driver do? And if so, can he potentially put himself in pole? I don't want to jinx him, but can he? And if so, will he? He is gonna improve. But no, he gets a lap invalidated instead. Which is very unlucky. Eric's in the pit lane. Can Hunter improve? His personal best sector 1 wasn't the best, but wasn't the worst either. On board with Ludovic in the Ferrari. Yeah, his lap's invalidated. Jeremy Rucker though in the Ford. You can see how much curbs he's taken. Into the last corner he goes. Will it be good or golden? It will indeed be close to golden. But he does indeed keep it in P19. Very unfortunate there from him. As the next driver, yeah, Hunter is going to be the last or the driver to set a lap time. Yeah, I'm super sorry guys, I don't know why my audio is not working. I would love to know why it's not working, but yeah, strange. Super sorry guys, just gonna make this thing a bit smaller so you can see our home. There you go. Oop, hide shoulder. Yeah, I feel like that's good. But yeah, you can see the drivers are starting to finish their lap times. And they are starting to go back into the pit lane. Or starting to go finish their little laps. And yeah, hopefully they're doing well today. That is very strange. I'm not hearing myself either. Hello, hello? Hello, hello? Nah, that doesn't work. Hello, hello? Nah. Hello, hello? Hello, hello? Nah. Yeah, I don't know what's happening when I had to... I say that, but I can't hear myself. Yeah, so I know stream can hear me, but I can't hear myself. So yeah, I don't know how loud or quiet I am. Which is very awkward. Okay, thank you. Maybe I might increase that one instead. But yeah, that's all of the drivers, hopefully, yeah, setting their lap times for today. As we'll have a quick look. Yeah, that is all of your drivers for today. Setting your lap time. The man in P1, he's on a mission today. And yeah, he is cooking. This Mercedes Rapido, whatever you want to call him. a beast from the east or just Rapido, yeah, he's gonna be cooking. McLaren has been smashed in the update. Yeah. But people enjoy driving it. So, yeah, I wouldn't really... Oh, Horman? Is Horman actually driving? Why is he starting towards the last? That is a very awkward surprise. How many drivers we got? Surely we got more than 20, okay. More, yeah, here you go then. 30 positions. This is either gonna look very cursed or very not cursed. The classical jokes. Get rid of the best lap times and pit service maybe. Pit time. Yeah, get rid of that one then. That would make more sense. Yeah, okay. We are getting ready to go racing here for round 6, the finale of Purple Sector Racing GT3 grid. Let's see some predictions in the chat. If you think, yeah, who do you think is gonna win today's race? Could it be this man on pole, Sander Jacobs? Or could it be someone else from below snatching away a podium? Or even winning today? Could Horman, oh my god, we can't even see Horman. Oh yeah, here it is, P21. Is Horman, if he's racing, I don't think he is racing. But I don't want to absolutely jinx myself. But is Horman gonna win today's race if he is racing? If not, Jacobs for the win. Easy with that crazy lap time. I don't know if... well, you never know, because at Monza, Maximen Litter was in for the challenge for the race win, as he's currently in the pit lane as well. That's a bit what's the word I'm looking for? A bit worrying that there's only a few drivers on the grid, and we have got a 1 minute and 39 seconds. But yeah, a bit worrying that the top 3 and a few other drivers are not on the grid. Maybe just doing their setups. Maybe just tweaking them. But yeah, you never know in this league. You could be thinking you've won it by lap 1, turn 1. But in doubt, you could be far away from winning today's race. As we haven't got enough time to show the stand-ins. Maybe we do actually. But currently, here's what the stand-ins look like. Sander Jacobs on 82 points in the Split Pro. I don't know how the splits work, but yeah. And then Hormans in P6, Aaron Tesser in P2. Do I see Aaron Tesser? I do not see Aaron Tesser today. Yeah, he's in the garage. So yeah, today's race is definitely going to be interesting. Whilst for the AM, AM stand-ins. You've got Maximum Chetlitter in P1 with 100 points. And yeah, I just don't know how the splits work. But anyways, as we're gonna go racing here in the finale at Le Mans, round 6 is almost about to go underway here. As we're riding, oh my god, that is a weird way of saying it. We are on board with Sander Jacobs. I don't know what my brain was thinking before, but anyways, we're on board with this Mercedes, and yeah, you can see how slow he's going, waiting to go green flag racing, as anything could still happen. As we are getting ready to go racing ourselves, with Sander Jacobs leading our way into turn 1 before, where he's going to be taking us and throughout this whole race today. As there's only going to be 20 drivers. Okay, anyways, we are about to go racing. As you can see, some drivers are using more virtual energy though. That is going to be very tactical in the long run. Anyways, we are getting ready to go for that green flag. Real time pop. Yeah, anyways, he's going to go into the last chicane. The green flags will be raining soon. You can see the man with his flag. He's got the green flag in his hands. When is he going to let it go? When is he going to drop it? He's dropped it, and Maximens has got a drive-through already. I do not know how, I do not know why, but he's in P3, and through goes the Porsche. Actually, is there going to be through? Oh my god, they made contact already. Oh my mighty lord. What is happening here today? What is happening? As 1 minute is, or 1 hour is almost underway. And there's absolutely carnage for Nicholas, Matthias and the Porsche. And even for Maximans. Oh my god, what is happening today? This is something unreal. Yeah, I'm just shocked. Is this supposed to be happening? Are we in it for the show? What is happening? But anyways, talking about a battle, Germany Rucker, or Rucker, I'll just say instead, in the Ford, but car is in P6. He's gonna go for the move against Hunter in P6. And a fantastic little move there from him. Was further in front, the Darcius versus Eric. Eric in the BMW. The Lexus is in P4. Where is Lexus going to go? He's going to go around the inside. It's going to be the outside of this next corner though. And is he going to hold up his line? Well, further behind, there is another battle between Alexandra and David in P9. These two, or these three actually, all giving it their all as an, oh my god, that Lexus going well too wide for comfort. There's another battle, oh maybe not. There isn't, oh, I wouldn't really call this a battle, but yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't really call that a battle, but Rucker in the Ford, gonna go for the move once again versus Eric. Yeah, and he's got the move done. A fantastic little move there. Oh my god, in the background though, a bunch of bullards going left, right, centre. This is unbelievable. As, yeah, not even one lap's completed, and turn 1 was absolutely chaotic. I mean, this just shows you how much chaos is on board with these drivers. As at the moment, we don't need anything else. We don't need the in-game tools to know who's got a drive-through or when the lights are going to go out, but yeah, there's already one drive-through at, yeah, on lap 1 or lap 0 basically, which is just crazy to think. As on board with Ludovic in that Ferrari, he is going to go for the move against Alexandra in the Lexus. A lovely name as well. I think I pronounced it correctly. But yeah, you can just see how quick these drivers are going, and that is very, yeah, very unfortunate there from Maximens. And then on board with the race leader, you can see how quick he is. 2.1 seconds, but Matthias in that, yeah, in Mercedes is doing a decent job to try and catch up, and the fastest lap is a 4:05.7 to start us off already. Oh my god, Maximens, he's just going for a spin at this rate. And a very lovely job to cash our save. I don't know how he caught that from getting spun. But yeah, Far UK has gone for the move in P12, car number 21 in that Cheeso livery, or the BMW livery, which is a lovely BMW livery. As in further up, yeah, further up, Rucker, or it was Rucker, I don't know if it still is, or Ludovic going for the move up into P9, which is going to be challenged by Rucker. Now further behind, Damien and Darren, or Tim, Darren's a bit further behind, but Damien and Tim, I think they clashed out together in Sebring on the final last lap. I think it was these two, but these two are battling at the moment. McLaren versus McLaren. Is any of the bio rules going to be, yeah, be done here today or not? As Damien gets the move done up into P13, whilst Tim just waiting for the better of the move. As Nicholas in the pit lane, Maximens just losing so much time. I do not know if that is what they want, but oh my god, absolute dive bomb from Eric compared to Darcius, which is nice to see. Still further behind, these two still almost trying to give it their all, trying to put on that show we need for, yeah, for P13. But I think Tim is going to play the safe game compared to Damien, which is, yeah, which is nice to see. He doesn't want to lose his race within 1 second, as an, oh my god, a huge smoke screen was created by these two. Who are those two? Kev Hunter and Bowen might have been those two who created the smoke screen, whilst Damien is going to go for the move once again to reclaim or regain another place up into P12, and a fantastic move, made it look well too easy for Comfort, and yeah, just knowing where to go for the move, knowing when to get his move done. But oh my god, that BMW was gonna almost go for the move, and if he went for it, it would have been a very close one indeed. Further in front though, Rucker versus the Ferrari. The Ford engine versus a Ferrari engine. Who's got more in the tank? Who's got more on the line? It was gonna be a move from Rucker if he's close enough. He is slowly but surely gaining. He knows where to go for the move. He is gaining, but now he's lost all of those tenths he had. It was 0.1, now it's 0.2. Now 0.3, you can just see where he loses it around the corners compared to the straight line speed. We're gonna go back on board with this driver. As Sandra Jacobs takes another fastest lap and improves on it. 4-minute 01.3, whilst these two, Maximent or Matthias versus the Porsche driver, almost giving it their all, and the Mercedes almost looking vulnerable compared to them two. Racker once again knowing what he's got to do, and he's just putting his mind on paper and saying, come on, I can do this. I know where I got to beat him on track. I know where I've got to overtake him. As indeed talking about that, there is another battle. Garcias versus Eric. Lexus versus BMW. And slightly in the background is Bowen and the other Mercedes of Hunter. You can see how quick the leader is, and a 2.8 seconds already between them two. But for these two, Bowen, is he going to go for the move on Darcis? He's not quite close enough. And a beautiful livery there from him. P16 is indeed battling. The Porsche versus the Mercedes, not the BMW. I feel like the Porsche is going to go for the move down the inside or around the outside. Nah, he's just keeping it nice and safe and secure, which is indeed very tactical. Oh my god, almost losing the rear there, which is not something you would like to see. Ford versus Ferrari once again, these two putting it on the line. And Jeremy, almost got the move done, and the Ferrari of Ludovic almost had that move, and he did indeed get that move into P9, the car number 11, whilst Rucker takes it back once again. These two definitely being very respectful about going for the move and giving each other enough space. These two, knowing... oh my god, there's another battle instead. Yeah, these two Lexuses, Garcias versus Alexandra. Will them two have any... oh my god, rules between them two, as Garcias just went into the wall, almost getting damaged. I don't think he has any damage, but yeah, letting his teammate past maybe, and hopefully he can challenge on him. Damien going for the move once again on Tim, using that inside line. That's not Tim, that's Robert. My bad. Damien versus Robert Jennings. And you can just see the pace difference that they have at the moment. P19, as he just cleared that drive-through on lap 2. That is mad crazy. Kev or Hunter in P5 at the moment. Very lucky from him. You can see how quick the drive-through is compared to the damage on Nicholas's car. And he did indeed get some fuel on his car. Whilst behind these two, once again, Lexus versus Lexus. Sandra Jacobs once again. The mighty myth, the legend, is out and about in Le Mans at France, if you don't know where Le Mans is. And he set a personal best lap time of a 4-minute 04.5. This man has got nothing to worry about in the lead of this race, a 5-second gap compared to this battle, which is currently 4 seconds battle, or yeah, 5 seconds at the moment, but the gap between P1 and P2 is 5.4 seconds. So you can see the gap difference as David is gaining on to Hunter. The matching liveries for Purple Sector Racing. The Ferrari versus the Mercedes. Who's got more in the tank to put on to the table? Whilst that's happening, Damien is once again behind Robert Jenkins. These two, McLaren versus McLaren, papaya rules were between Damien and Tim, and luckily Tim managed to survive and let Damien past. But will these two have any papaya rules between these two drivers? Or is Damien just trying to put on a show for us, as that is nice to see if he is going to put on a show for us. Whilst back on board with P6, David in currently in P6. Car number 69 trying to go for the move, but further in front actually. Hunter's going to go for the move around the inside, but he just wasn't too confident within the car. There's this battle. Damien is going to go for the move. He's gone for it around the outside, or around the inside actually, as Robert Jenkins is on the outside getting squeezed too much for my likings. But Bar UK, or Burjic, getting the move done with him. Car number 21 and 93 both passing Robert Jenkins, as an Burjic in the BMW trying to look a move on to Damien. Can he go for the move? That gap isn't as close as it is. It is indeed close. 0.1, 0.05. This gap is super close. Burjic is gonna go for the move down the inside. 0.01, 0.7, 0.0620. They're gonna make it 3 wide. Almost making it, trying to make it 3 wide is Robert Jenkins in the background. These 3 almost trying to definitely put on a show for my likings. And honestly, well done to you drivers for keeping it alive. I do not know how you do it. Oh my god. Oh my god. As Ludovic has spun it. That is very unfortunate. I did manage to see it in the background, but do not know how it happened. So super sorry, Ludovic, but I do not know how you did it. So in a way, you should be very thankful. If you get what I mean. As David in the Ferrari putting more pressure. Actually, there's a better battle. But oh no, Darcius. He probably put it into the wall whilst, yeah, he lost the car. Oh my mighty god, as Ludovic trying to get past Tim for P12, as Sandra Jacobs and Matthias all requesting, or within the top 7, all requesting to pick confirm. So that is indeed going to be very interesting, as we do not need to see what lap it is anymore, but we can indeed see the positions gained for these drivers. Bowen has gained an outstanding P18, or 8 lap, 8 positions, not 18. I was over exaggerating there, my bad. 8 places as being gained by Bowen. That is outstanding. But what is outstanding is Hunter in P4, currently battling for a podium on 21 virtual energy, and he is indeed going to be pitting this lap with the other drivers, but can he get himself up into P3 before he pits? I don't want to jinx him, but come on, he's got it surely in the bag, as in Matthias and the McLaren both battling. Oh my god. Oh, Matthias into the wall. That won't cause a safety car, but Darren. It's happened twice to Darren. He's tried to go clean racing and it's not gone so well for him. As Matthias just slowing down. Bless me. Bless me indeed. But yeah. Matthias into the wall, but he's indeed gonna try again. And that is very unlucky from Darren, because it's happened to him before at Sebring with Damien. The two McLarens colliding. I'm sure the purple sector racing community is known about it. Or even potentially seen the clip of it. But anyways, this is the closest battle at the moment. BMW, car number 21. And maybe Damien is feeling the pressure now this time round. As you can see, the driver's way in front. And oh my god, some behind, as Ludovic going way too deep for that corner in the background. And these two tenths is the gap at the moment. Is Bergic gonna go for the move versus Damien? Or has Damien knowing where to defend, or is he just gonna have to pray for life that God is on his side? As it is going to be a very close one, but it is going to be ways of Bergic just staying out in front. Oh, Bergic almost trying to go for the move, but Damien, the one, has the better line. As you can see, Sandra Jacobs right there, getting ready to go into the pit lane. As there's another battle, Alex, oh my god. Eric going for that dive bomb. I do not know who that was. Maybe that was a lap car, who knows. But yeah, David is right behind that Lexus of Alexandra. He's going to try to go for the better exit and try to get him on the move. As there's your race leader, there's P2, there's P3, he's actually in the pit lane. Yeah, I thought he was doing another lap. They're all following each other into the pit lane. And that is going to be very interesting for some of these drivers. Oh my god, Damien going well too wide. Going into the gravel trap indeed. Robert Jenkins in P10. Tim in P11. P12 is a Ferrari. Oh my god, the BMW doing the same thing as Damien. And the Porsche in P14. P15 is Darren. But my question is, will these drivers already pitted be able to gain as much time as they would like to? As Sandra Jacobs once again, 100% energy, and he's going to be coming out of a pit lane in P1 once again. As you can see, the pit time, that is the pit time, 1 minute 09.9 from Sandra Jacobs. Whilst the closest at the moment is 1 minute 10.9 from Bowen in P3. And my question was, is Darcius going to take P1? He is not indeed going to not take P1. Though Matthias did not finish, he is out of the session, which is very unfortunate there from him. This is Maximens Chatlitter in P18. On 55% of fuel at the moment. Whilst these two, the Ferrari versus Ford, David versus Rucker. Is he gonna go for the move? 0.1 is a gap. And he's gonna go for it. Down the inside, almost hitting into Eric in front. And now he's just about got a slipstream to Eric in front. 0.4 is a gap to Eric in front. But is Rucker gonna go for the move back on to David? These two knowing where they've got to go for the move, knowing when they've got to go for the move, as there's the lapped car, Max and Men's chat litter, and these three, technically, yeah, three are going to go for the move. David trying to go for the move onto the BMW, but there's just not enough space for that Ferrari to slot in behind. So yeah, indeed, he does slot in behind instead of going for the move. Whilst these three trying to put on the table, whilst Rucker, is he going to go for the move? He's thinking about it in that Ford, but is David in P7 maybe thinking he's got to get past now? It's going to be a three-way battle as through goes Rucker in P7. He's going to get P6 indeed, but can he get P5? Maybe P5's a bit too far at the moment, even at 0.2. He is indeed gaining. Are they going to make a three-way? Maybe, if they can do. As you can see, David looking too eager to that outside line. But the Ford driver defending his line is going to be a three-way battle. Eric defending his line. Rucker also defending his line. And David trying to battle with them two both, but now it is going to be the ways of the Ford going for the move into P5. Can he go for the move? And he will indeed try to go for the move. Up into P5 he goes. He goes for a long way up into P5. But will David try to follow him through? Oh my god, a bit of contact made with them two. A bit unlucky there from them as a driver. As them two are driving, whilst David 0.3 through goes the BMW and through goes the Ferrari of Eric and David, getting past Rucker, as Rucker's gonna feel the pressure from behind of Alexandra. But then the Ferrari lets Rucker go, and is the Lexus gonna go through with him? No, he does not. Very interesting there from them drivers. Do not know what has happened, but it is lap 6. Technically lap 7. Well no, lap 6 actually, my bad. As Nicholas has requested to pair, as he has only got 15 laps of fuel left, or 15%. As then through goes Alexandra, as, oh my god, where's Rucker going? Hopefully he's alright. Yeah, he's made it back onto the track nice and safely, whilst Alexandra gonna try to find a way back through the field. He's gained 6 places at the moment, whilst Tim in P11, he's gained 7 places. It's a bit unfortunate for Maximens, who has lost 15 places. And yeah, the Porsche in P16 lost 14 places. So that's very unlucky from him. Whilst Damien is putting that pressure onto Rucker, the McLaren getting past the Ford. But I'm sure the Ford will try to find a way past later into the race compared to right now. As I don't know if he's suffering with any damage, but I don't know. As you can see, Alexandra gonna go for the move. He's gonna go for the long way, banging wheels with David. Not in a weird way, but it is what it is, and he is gonna try to go for the move. Oh, not enough space given for Alexandra. Trying to tell him, you know what? This is my space. If you want to challenge it, you challenge it. But whatever risk you put into it, you gotta do it, bro, you know? And yeah, I'm sure he wasn't gonna try to put much risk onto it. That's Robert Jenkins. Robert Jenkins get past Rucker in the McLaren. Bit unfortunate there from Rucker. I don't know if he's got any damage. That might be lacking his pace. I don't think we can see any though, that's a thing. Very strange why Rucker isn't as where he was as Alexandra in P7 trying to battle for P6. The Ferrari just holding his position for now, whilst the Lexus, knowing what he's got to do, is going to be big or it's going to be bold from the Lexus if he's going to try to find a way past. And at the moment, he's not really doing that. He's just trying to keep grounds, whilst our race leader on lap 6, starting lap 7 with 30 minutes to go of this race is, yeah. You can see he's gained or kept positions, and you can see he's pitted once, twice, all of that stuff. Yeah, they're all going to be on medium tyres, so that doesn't really help me out, but yeah. It does kind of look better for the graphics. There's only 15 drivers driving. Okay. Only 15 drivers driving then. But yeah, that battle is still happening, kind of. The Lexus and the Ferrari and the BMW. As one driver's trying to put pressure onto him, and he does indeed do that the way he tries to. As Rucker's gone back into the pit lane, I don't know what he's going in for. Let's go have a look what he's gonna potentially do to his car, and we'll check the pit time. Or actually the pit service, yeah, it would probably be pit service time instead. Just to see if he has got any damage onto that car. Well, so at the moment, we'll check out that in P13. We'll go on board with this battle. It's going to be the ways of David going to the inside line. Lexus going around the outside, holding his line. Through goes David, fighting in front of the Lexus. The Lexus is going to try to find a way past, but he's not going to go for it. He's going to play the smart game, and very deserved from him to keep within the battle and try to be patient when going for the move. And Alexandra, just below him or just behind him, is gaining rapidly on the driver in front of him. Is he going to put that pressure on? If so, he's going to have to think of going for it sooner rather than later. And he's going to try to go for the move, but these two just, yeah, not really doing much, but he's still battling, and he's going to finally try to go for the move. The Lexus trying to reclaim his spot, whilst David defending for his life, saying Ferrari is overpowered, whilst Lexus proves the Ferrari wrong, and shortly the Ferrari remains overpowered. And Rucker was in the stop time, so pit lane, in his pit box for a 1 minute 36.009. So that had to be because of damage, as then through goes Alexandra once again. These two trying to tell me to stop talking about Rucker and telling me to talk about these two, as these two definitely trying to make things very intense. Lexus versus Ferrari once again. Lexus braking later. An amazing camera angle, but sadly we've got no sound. And Alexandra just waiting to attack onto his prey, saying, Ferrari, 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 I'm hungry for you. I'm gonna go for the move as soon as you're not expecting it. But when is he gonna pounce on his prey? And if his prey is that Ferrari driver, he's gonna have to start thinking about going for the move, as two more amazing camera angles for the commentating, for the commentating view. And you can just see how much pressure is slowly but surely getting built up onto David. And sadly, that gap is out. Yeah, as lap A for the lead for the top three. Oh no, Alexandra. He's slightly lost the rear and almost put himself into the wall. Rush Rucker. He's had a caution. I can't really see anything wrong with his car. I don't know why he's losing time. But he will indeed, hopefully he will indeed, finish on that amount of fuel or virtual energy. He should do. But yeah, I don't see why he wouldn't, as David in P6 attacking on Eric. These two had their moment from lap 1. I think it was lap 1, maybe it's not them two drivers, maybe it's other drivers, but these two were previously battling, I can confirm that for sure. And these two will be battling once again in a matter of seconds, or a matter of minutes I should be saying. As you can see how much time he gains on braking, which is outstanding, as Matthias is 11.6 behind the race leader. That is just crazy. As Darcius is requesting to go into the pit lane for the second time. Yeah, for the second time, because of how much less fuel he's got, as Far or Burjic did not finish, which is, yeah, that was 7 minutes ago. The Porsche did not finish as well. You got Max Menons did not finish. And yeah, there's a caution for Rucker 2 minutes ago. Darren Wilkins, a caution. So yeah, you can see things are getting more interesting, more spicy. I almost thought that Lexus was about to spin of Alexandra, but I do not want to curse him. So I just say, Alexandra, cook. Let him cook. But yeah, honestly, we shall go on board with him, if we can find the on board. There it is. Maybe cockpit, that's better, cockpit. You can just see how much, oh my god, it looks well confusing in that Lexus, if you ask me. Trying to find a way past, but oh my god, I don't know. I do not like that interior, in my opinion. So we'll go on his hood instead. Or, nah, I don't like the nose. We'll just go, yeah, that looks better, I would say. But yeah, Darcius is still requesting to go into the pit lane, maybe this lap. But yeah, very interesting. Maybe he's realised he can't make it to the end. So that's has caused him to go into the pit lane or near the pit lane to go for his pit stop or go early for it. But yeah, I don't see why he would want to go in now, basically. Maybe they all have to pit then, yeah, they would all have to pit on this lap. As Alexandra slowly but surely trying to catch up to the driver in front of him. Well, Sandra Jacobs not really going for a new fastest lap, but he's definitely improving on his, yeah, lap time. Yeah. And you can see his last stop time was outstanding. Whilst on board with Alexandra, the Lexus driver, number 99, versus number 69 as Darcius, his teammate in the pit lane. I don't know if they are teammates, but he is going to be refueling Darcius with 21 minutes left to go. Around Le Mans, they've only done 9 laps. How many more laps can they do with 20 minutes remaining? As Alexandra trying to put that pressure on slowly but surely. I don't think he's got it in him, but I don't want to jinx him. I don't want to say he can't. And he definitely can if you want to prove me wrong, and he is definitely going to surely prove me wrong. Which way is he going to go? He's going to go to the inside of this corner. Oh my god, almost making contact with that Ferrari. I do not want to say that was intentional, but these two actually trying to put on the pressure and trying to put on the show for P6 in a cinema, the 6th row or the 7th row of a cinema, and it is going to be P6. We're going to go 1C forward in P6 if he can get this move done and dusted. Holding that middle line into the inside, and through he goes into P6, the 6th row in a cinema, if you'd like to think of a cinema, and all of those rows would be on the 6th row with this driver. And yeah, honestly, a beautiful move. I do not know how or why or when he did it, but he just did the move just then. So I can tick off one of those things he did. Whilst Bowen, we haven't really talked about Bowen as much as I wanted to. Or Bowen, the BBs, in P9 he is catching up to Hunter. Hunter is on the podium at the moment. He's just been running away with this podium. And 18 minutes remain. Can Bowen get Hunter before the pit lane, or is he going to play the tactical game and do less fuel? Maybe not change tyres, because I'm sure tyres would not fade as much as you would think. But yeah, anyways, he's gonna almost try to go for the move before the pit lane. As Sandra Jacobs into the pit lane. Owen trying to find a way past before the pit lane, see if he can. Is he gonna try to do a Sebastian Vettel heading into the pit lane? As nah, he's gonna play the patient game, which is nice to see. Matthias into his pit box. As there's all that is Sandra Jacobs' pit lane, and he gets the luckiest pit lane in LMU, I would like to say, as he's the first one to fully refuel up to full strength, up to full energy once again is this driver. Whilst the others just take slightly longer as his stop time was 34.7. 34.7 is to be. P2's done a 36.2 on his stop time. Maybe changed one tyre or two tyres maybe. And I don't know, would that improve it or not improve it? As Bowen is physically battling with Hunter heading out of the pit lane, that is going to make a huge difference. And he's got him, Bowen's got him heading out of the pit lane. Will Hunter maybe try to go for the move? Will he say, you can't slack me off that easily, Bowen? And I know you like creating things for Purple Sector Racing, but you can't just slack me off coming out of the pit lane. As I'm sure that's what's going through his mind right now. Whilst Alexandra and Eric battling for P5. The man in the Lexus is one of the legends, I would like to say. If not, the Lexus driving legend. LDL. I don't know, it wouldn't really make sense, but Darren's just made it to the pit lane and he's just coming out as we speak about him. Whilst these two, car number 99, he's gonna look, potentially, gonna go for the move. He does want to go for the move and he's gonna go for it, but he goes completely deep. And Eric remains another day. Hunter, though, it's his time to shine. The owner of the league versus Bowen, a typical Purple Sector Racing experienced driver here. And yeah, they're both driving the same car, so can't both rule them out. But who's got more experience in this Mercedes? As you can see, he's slowly but surely crawling quicker, trying to find time. 0.48. Hunter, he's knowing what he's got to do, but he's just got to get exit speed nailed on, and surely he's going to do that. As he's gone back down to 0.4. Whilst in the background, I'm going to have to go on board with these two. Eric being mugged off by Alexandra, as Eric had a poor exit coming out of that corner. Nothing against him, just it is the truth. And yeah, he went onto the gravel trap, did Eric. Whilst these two shine once again the two silver arrows. Maybe make it the 4 silver arrows, as at the moment all the top 4 are Mercedes, which is just outstanding. I never thought I'd be saying this, but the silver arrows, they need something, they need someone or some team to stop them. Because yeah, they're just too dominant, you know? You could put them in a Mercedes or a McLaren and they'll still be dominant. Oh my god, Bowen! He's been brutally... Oh no, Bowen, did I commentators curse you? No. I don't know, I was talking about the silver arrows. I don't know. I'm super sorry, Bowen. If I did commentators curse you. If you would count that. But yeah, Damien is gonna be attacking on Bowen. As the McLaren versus the Mercedes. I get it right now, but when I said it as Sebring, I just butchered it. I don't know, maybe it's just a day or the time. As Damien super close to Bowen. That McLaren's gonna be eager to get in past that I don't know if he is damaged, but maybe that damaged Mercedes. And David waiting to give Bowen slipstream, maybe? I don't know. As in, oh my god, through almost goes Damien to the inside line. And this freeway battle is going to be chaotic. Damien looking for the move sooner rather than later. He's feeling adrenalized. He's feeling adrenaline inside of his body, inside of his arms, or in his controller. I don't know what he races on. Hopefully either wheel or controller. I do not mind which one he does, but he's feeling that pace as David going way off track in the Ferrari. And he might have gained an illegal time on Bowen as he's losing a bunch of time. It's Damien's time to shine. In P8 at the moment, he's gained 8 places as the Lexus has gained 9 places. And you can just tell how quick this driver is compared to Bowen, who might be lacking a bit of confidence. Bowen might have after that slight incident, or that slight thing just by himself. A drive-through for Nicholas as oh, that must be coming into pit lane then. That must be well unlucky. And then yeah, I don't blame him. Nicholas getting that drive through and him DNFing, which is very unfortunate there for him. Both Jeremy in P14. Yeah, in P14 in the pit lane still. Whilst these two gonna put on the show for us. As it is very unfortunate there from Nicholas in the BMW. You see, he could have been on for a great race today. Then yes, it's all good. Maybe next season he'll get it, as 10 minutes remain of this race. Is lap 11 for the leader. And Bowen is battling with Damien. Nah, wrong way. Bowen is battling with David, I was meant to say. I don't know why I saw Damien in my mind and thought about him and thought that was him. But yeah, anyways, there he is, out on track as Bowen. Getting very close to David in front of him. 0.3 is the gap at the moment. As it slowly but surely goes down and up. Oh my god, the Ferrari of David almost hitting that wall. And Bowen is requesting to do the pit stop, but I don't know why he's requesting. That is strange. He was requesting, unrequesting, and now he's still requesting. Maybe he's got some damage onto that car that we can't visually see as Damien. Oh my god, where is Damien going? And he's going way off track, gaining a place on Bowen. And these two are going to be neck to neck, heading into the last corner. These two, McLaren versus Mercedes. We've seen it once here between different drivers. It's going to be the ways of Damien just waiting behind Bowen, knowing he's got to defend for his life. P7 versus P8. Damien's going to look for the move into turn 1. He gets to move, but Bowen is trying to go alongside. He is still alongside. Bowen regaining that place up into P7. Whilst Damien knowing he's got to put more effort into this move if he wants to keep P7 or even get a chance at P7, as Robert Jenkins behind in P9, in P9 is slowly but surely gaining. as Darcius is requesting to go into the pit lane. He's got 44% battery energy left. Is that not enough for the man? There's roughly 7 minutes left on the clock. That is roughly 2 more laps of racing here, depending on where the race leader is. Alexander Jacobs is all the way over here. So that is... yeah, he's all the way down there, so he's rapido, and he might get another lap or 2. Yeah, another 2 laps in him, depending on what pace he decides to do here today. But Damien slowly but surely losing some pace to Bowen, as Robert Jenkins instead is gaining to his McLaren car, or his McLaren teammate. I do not know if they are teammates, I'm just saying if they are, they would be teammates. They drive the same car, I guess, so you could call them that as well. The same car drivers, or the teammates, in that sense. But yeah, now we see Owen slowly but surely trying to pull away. Yeah, I don't know what Darcy is doing, but he's requested a pit stop, and he's not got long left, so he surely might make it toward the end. And yeah, you can see these two getting awfully close. The 2 McLarens, not much separates them, 0.7 at the moment. Definitely the closest at the moment on track. As you can see, Robert Jenkins just using that inside line, using the curbs to try to gain time, but he's actually lost time towards the driver in front. As Damien has thought, you know what, I'm gonna have to go for it, and yeah, he's gonna go for it, as Bowen had requested to pit stop once again. But I don't know, is he tricking me? Is he trying to say... is he trying to get more out of me? More words out of my mouth? But honestly, I'm as confused, and he's gone off track. Maybe he did mean to put that press that button, and he is causing a caution out on track. Maybe he's lagging or something, but it's very unfortunate there from Bowen, as Tim gained 10 places compared to Alexandra. And yeah, that might be all of the battling done and dusted, but I don't want to jinx anyone out. I don't know. Has he lost his internet connection? Is his internet? I don't know if we... oh my god, I'll say, what is that? I don't know, he's on the brakes with the likes, because of his lice. And now he's got back going once again as Owen. I don't know what he's done. Is he messaging someone? Yeah. He has not sent me a message, but someone else did send me a message, and I just saw that. But yeah, I am actually confused why I've got no audio. Strange. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening with my audio. My in-game Okay, anyway, just gonna have to focus for that later on. Because clearly something's not working. Anyway, as we still can't hear any drivers, which is nice to know that, yeah, it just doesn't seem proper, but it is what it is. As yeah, Bowen has unrequested to pit stop, so I don't know if he was mispressing that button or if he accidentally pressed the button. But yeah, Bowen has dropped down further for field. And there is 1 minute remaining. Of course, Sander Jacobs is going to get another lap in him. And indeed, he's going to get the others to do an extra lap because he's like, I'm this quick. If they want to challenge me, they're going to have to match my pace. As, yeah, you can see how, oh my god, I thought he was going to pit there because the way he leaned to the side of the pit lane. And there he goes. There's a white flag for one last lap remaining. Lap 15, these drivers will be going to the end. There's P2 compared to P1 all the way in turn 1. Darren, he's had a caution as David is out of control, or was out of control just 10 seconds ago. What's happened to Damien? I mean, he was right behind him. Yeah, I don't know what's happened to Damien. Might as well take my headset off then and still commentate, but yeah. Very, very unlucky. As 3 McLarens all making it into the top 10. Oh, as Bowen did not finish, which is very unlucky to see. As the drivers in the garage could not make it today. Which is very unlucky to see. There's now only 13 remain in today's race. Darcy is having to do an extra pit stop. My man's doing a free stopper. That is, oh my god. But it is going to be quick. 30 seconds, 30. David's requested the pit stop as well, with 19% of fuel left in his car. Sandra Jacobs had a bit of a caution. His car was stopped out on track, but he hasn't lost... yeah, he hasn't lost too much, as he easily regains the 18.8 milestone from today's race. Yeah, and there's just not much battling at the moment, as Sandra Jacobs is going to be your driver coming home to win today for Purple Sector Racing, and you can just see how rapid this driver is, as the track temperature is an outstanding 44.30 C. The ambient 24.0 degrees, and the rain chance is 0. So you can just see how quick this driver is, and he's still gaining with these track temps, and maybe rain could stop Sandra Jacobs next season, as we are heading into next season, next Tuesday. If I'm correctly... Yeah, if I'm correctly correct. I don't know if I am. But this is Sander Jacobs, your race leader, coming home into the last corner. He's proudly taken P1, and he's well deserved with that P1, as there's Rucker in the background getting lapped and also taking a checkered flag. Will we see any donuts from Jacob or from our champion? If he could be, I think he is our champion. As P2 has crossed the line, Matthias Harrison has crossed the line. I don't think we will see any donuts. We might do, maybe. And Hunter is gonna come home to take home his first P3, his first podium from this season. And that is outstanding. No donuts from him, unfortunately. Alexandra in P4. Eric in P5. Is our champion doing any donuts? He might not be, but he's definitely waving to the crowd. David in P6. Damien in P7. Robert Jenkins gonna come home in P8. P9's gonna come home to Tim. Ludovic in P10. Is he going to cross the line? And he does indeed try to cross the line with plenty of virtual energy left in the car. He's going to come home and no donuts from Jacob, which is very unfortunate. But it's all good. And there are donuts from Damien. No, that's not Damien. Robert Jenkins. That's Tim. Doing donuts with David. As you can see just how much excitement's coming through their minds. What's his name? Darian? Is Darian gonna do any donuts for the McLaren crew? And he crosses the line. Darcius is gonna be the last driver, but is he gonna do any donuts? As you can see, David doing some donuts as well. Darian, is he gonna do anything? Might think of doing them. Nah, he's gonna play it very patient, which is nice. Which is, yeah, nice to see. As Darcius is gonna be the last one crossing line, and is he gonna do it in style? No, he's just gonna stop out on track. As that is your grid for today. He's gonna slowly but surely... There's a caution out on track. And that is Darcius. Slowly but surely crosses a line to take P12. A well-deserved race for many. A unfortunate race for others. He is your grid today, and yeah, I've been alone today as your main host, or the host, I should be saying, for Purple Sector Racing League. This is not their main channel. If they were to have a channel, I would definitely be commentating on it. And yeah, thank you guys for today. If you would like to join their Discord, go on to SimGrid. Type in GT3 Season 4, and you should be able to see a link to their SimGrid, and then you should be able to join through their Discord. As thank you for the follower is hugely appreciated. As I shall see you next Tuesday, guys, with hopefully volume. And yeah, no pre-season. Round 1 is gonna